we asked your players, was this a statement game? And if so, what kind of statement did your guys just make?
Oh, be interested to hear what they say. Yeah, I mean, like, we challenged them to play against a team who's big and athletic and physical, and still play the way we want to play. And we talked about standing up in a fight and, you know, putting your chest out and your head up and winning tackles and duels, and they did it. Is it a statement? I don't know. I mean, they were so early, but yeah, I mean, in men's college soccer, I think anybody can beat anybody on any given day. But yeah, I mean, that's a good ACC team. They were undefeated. You know, but like, yeah, it's one win. This is not like the defining moment of the season. It's a good win in the ACC. That it's our first home win. We have 2 in a row now. So, yeah, it's a great step. But at the same time, like, this is a program that should win those games. You know, we're at home against a top 25 opponent, and I don't think there's a team. There shouldn't be a team out there that the guys look at and say, "Oh man, I don't think we can beat them." And there are teams that may have more talent, and there may be teams that have less. But on this field, I feel really comfortable. You roll anybody, you know, anybody in here, and we will compete. I'm not gonna say we win every game, but these guys should not be afraid against any team in the ACC. We will win some more, I think, and we will probably lose some more. So, yeah. So statement win, I don't know. Maybe it opens a few eyes throughout the country that we can win in this league. But I don't think there were a whole lot of people that doubted that SMU has the, you know, history or pedigree or talent in order to win games. So.
We talked before the game about how Virginia Tech has a huge lineup. And you guys only practiced once since your last game. Obviously, you can't just teach your players to grow in practice to replicate that. So how did you prepare for it, and what was the key to handling that size?
Yeah, I mean, they're massive. Large group of young men. So, yeah, I mean, winning a physical challenge in the box in an aerial duel is as much about, you know, it's as much about positioning and competitiveness and fight that it is about size, you know. So we have some guys that are, I thought Lamar and Brock and Owen were fantastic tonight. You know, all 3 of them, you know, absolutely. I mean, they won nearly every duel in the box. I think Martin made 1 save on a header, but yeah, I mean, it's about this decision making. At the end of the day, it's like, do you want in the 1v1 duel, who is going to win and get to the ball? And if the positioning is right and they don't get a free header and you're always touching them and there's a bump, it's really hard to get clean contact. So they made the right choices and defended it properly.
You bring up Lamar, and you brought him up first. I thought he kind of, before we talk about the offense, kind of jumped off the field. And I don't know if you'll feel the same way after watching the video, but what did you see from Lamar in this particular game?
Yeah, I mean, Lamar he's been really good over the last few weeks. No, he defended really well. He was isolated 1v1 at times. I don't know if they ever got down or behind the left side on Lamar, if I can remember. Yeah, he and Kieran had a nice little partnership there. Yeah, Lamar's been sick for a few days, and like, he said maybe I should be sick before every big game. But no, he was fantastic in that, like, he's a really competitive kid that gets, you know, who has, you know, he has the ability to play out and the belief to do it and the guys around him. So yeah, it's just been about trusting Lamar and people pouring confidence into him, and he's a very strong believer in himself. You know, I'll bet on Lamar any day.
Speaking of confidence, you mentioned the other defenders, one of whom, Owen, got his first goal of his career tonight. And again, he did it by climbing the ladder against a team that looks like a basketball team out there. To have such a strong performance on the defensive end and to get that insurance goal for you, what does that do for him going forward?
Yeah, I mean, O's had a really good year. I would say probably the first 15 minutes of this game might have been one of the more challenging because he played vertical, and we gave the ball away a few times, so guys were getting a little frustrated with him. But then the second half, end of the first half was great, and then the second half performance was really good along with the other guys in the back line. And then, yeah, it was a big slab of meat, man. So they whip the ball in there, and he can go up and get it. So he's very talented in the air. Sometimes he can be unassuming, but like the kid's a monster in the air in those moments. So I didn't think he was going to get it. I mean, he outjumped the goalkeeper. So that play was designed to, to put the ball in a dangerous area. We had two guys in a good spots to win it, and yeah, that was drawn up by Coach Ibarra a couple days ago, and so this is the first corner we'll run off that side, and yeah, sure, it worked.
I'm sure it's the first of many for Danny, but how nice was it to have him back on the field, and what difference did he make? Not only scoring the goal, but also midfield play for you guys.
And not getting a yellow card.
Yeah.
It's big. Yeah, Danny was really good. He's just like, he's so, just so small and quick, and he's, always turning, and he's hard to get close to, and he's always drawing fouls, and he's just a little, he's really talented in how he plays the final ball, but he's, he's a tough little, pain in the ass to play against. So, yeah, he hadn't scored yet, hadn't had an assist either, and he's always creating. So, yeah, for him to get his first is really important for him and the team. So, yeah, we debated whether to start him in the second half or bring him on, and I'm glad we started in the second half because he can just do some special things with the ball. Just so keeps the ball so close, and how he dribbles, it's tough to get it off him.
You got to talk about Martin. I know I don't remember every save of his tonight, I think, because the big one sticks out so much. What was your view of that save?
Yeah, two of them.
But obviously, yeah, the 1v1.
Two that we were behind, two 1v1 moments behind. Those are the moments that Martin excels in. Like 1v1 in tight, he's really quick. So yeah, he deserved the opportunity, and he's made the most of it. So the guys he's full of belief, and the guys are full of belief in him, and he has all of our trust as well. So we're looking forward to seeing him keep going.
It's easy to talk about the goal scorers and talk about Martin and the defense when you get a shutout, but some of the other guys in the middle third, it seemed like all night we were talking about Alex Salvo, we were talking about Niko Djordjevic, just time and time again saying what a great play one or the other had just made.
Yeah.
Where do you think tonight was as far as their strongest performances, and how have you seen the biggest growth in their games?
Yeah, I mean, Niko is, I've really said a few times in these, he's a really unique player, and how he dribbles the ball, and he's really hard to get it off. You'd say corners like a Porsche, he's just kind of always turning and spinning out of things. So, yeah, another good game from him. But we've become accustomed to it. So he can create and do some really unique things, and how he dribbles and takes players on, and he just happens to scoot by guys. It's kind of unassuming when you watch him. He just scoots out of things. So, and Salvo, yeah, there's not a whole lot you can say. He's just such an unsung, valuable piece of the team. It takes a pretty, maybe not, but he's just so consistent and reliable, and does. If other guys mess up, you can always count on Salvo just to clean it up. He's just always in the right spot. You can't get him off the field, so I wanted to get him a break, but you just can't get him a break. So, yeah, he's had an excellent year, and he's getting better. So, from where he was 2 years ago to the performance he's had last year to where he is now, there's not a whole lot more I can say other than he's become a big-time player for us.
You've always talked about your team learning to close out games when you get a lead. How much did earlier tough games against Pittsburgh and Denver and that help you tonight as you tried to shut the door on a really good Virginia Tech team?
Yeah, we went we changed shape and went 5-4-1 to try to kill it off. And we brought on some guys. We brought on Noah Irvin, and we brought on Brendan. We brought on Enzo. We brought on Rich. Those are guys who are just winners, and can see those things out. So other guys retiring, we brought on the guys to close the game down. Yeah, there's still some things we do that are a little naive in like how we play some balls and take some risks, and like we're always a team that our identity is built into like how we want to keep the ball in play, and sometimes killing games off takes, I'm not going to pass the ball, I'm just going to dribble on the sideline, I'm going to have them kick it out for a throw, and we're going to kill 30 seconds, and then we're going to protect the ball in the corner, and they're going to kick it out again, and like, you know, you want to kill a game, and you know, with 6 minutes left, the ball's in the corner, and then like you look up and it's, oh, there's only 2 minutes left, we haven't even left the corner, you know, so that's how you kill a game. The guys, we do train it, it's something we focus on. You want to be 1-0, 2-0 up, and you know, and those are moments that these guys are prepared for, so yeah, happy that they saw it happen.
Kieran set up both goals tonight, one on the corner, one on the drive all the way to the end line. He looks a little different this year as far as his playmaking, his getting serves into the middle. What are the big differences you see in Kieran compared to years past?
Well, Kieran's always been a top player. Yeah, I mean, Kieran like oozes confidence, you know, like Kieran is gonna do some special things because Kieran has unwavering self-belief, and he can do some magical things. You know, there are, and I said it, I don't know how long ago, like that kid has the ability, I mean, he should be playing professionally in 3 months. He will graduate. I think he has the potential, he has the ability to be one of, if not the best left back in the country. Because he can score, he can create, he's athletic, he can defend, he's good in the air, like, the kid has it. So, yeah, sometimes the decision making can make me pull my hair out, but special players want to do special things sometimes. So, yeah, he's just so unique. Yeah, he's very talented.